It's wonderful to have you here today, Karen, and we'd love you to come up to the stage.
Thank you, and congratulations to all the awards winners tonight. It's a real honour. I've been really looking forward to doing this, but it's been freaking me out a little bit, I must say, thinking about what would I actually say to you. So I thought, look, what if I went back in time, what would I want to say to myself 20 years ago or 20 plus years ago when I was in year 12? So I've come up with 5 things, so bear with me. Okay, the first thing is achieving is actually a really cool thing to do. So when I was at Melton Secondary College, the teachers were always awesome, but there was a bit of a culture there with some of the students who would put down the kids who wanted to do well and who tried to do well and who were focused on the academic excellence. And I'm here to tell you not to listen to those people, that achieving is cool and wanting to do well is cool, and working hard to do well is a cool thing to do, and you will actually be grateful for doing that in the future. But bear in mind that some goals actually take time, so don't give up and just keep chipping away and chipping away, and do a little bit each day until you get to achieve what you want to achieve. And this also goes for university. So those of you going on to university, the first year can be actually really tough. It's actually quite a change to secondary school, but don't give up. Go and ask for help if you need it. Don't be scared, and just sit it out and keep working, and you will succeed. But looking at, because I was a student for a long time, as you can tell, and now I'm on the other side of the fence and teaching. So you might encounter, those of you who go to uni, you might encounter a bit of an attitude there with some students, and it's the attitude of P's get degrees. And it sounds funny and cool, and you know, essentially it does work. It means that you do as little as possible just to pass the assignments, and in the end you'll get your degree. But the thing is, you pay a lot of money for that degree, and you'll miss out on so much of the knowledge that you actually have paid for. Because when you're at university, you get to choose when you go to class, and you get to choose when you go to the lectures and the reading that you need to do. And if you don't actually do what is set for you, you may actually be quite unqualified when you go out into your profession of choice, and you will look incompetent. And the people that you actually go to uni with, chances are you will actually end up working with those people, and if you come across as a bit of a slacker while you're at university, they will remember that. So, you know, work hard. There's nothing wrong with working hard. It's actually an admirable quality. The next thing is, and I've learned all this stuff firsthand, be fearless but not reckless. There's a difference. So being reckless means doing sort of destructive things without actually considering their impact on yourself and on other people and other things around you. And some people sort of see sort of dangerous behaviour as sort of courageous, but it's really not. It's quite selfish and it's a bit stupid. As I said, I've learned firsthand. But being fearless means feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It means not listening to that voice in your head that says you can't do something. Instead, you put that to the side and have a go. Don't be scared also to ask questions, and that's at university and also throughout your life, because asking questions is not a sign of being unintelligent. It's actually the smartest people ask questions, because how do you think they got all that knowledge? Also, don't be scared to have a voice and speak up. It took me a long time to learn that, and I actually missed out in the process. I tried to sort of fly under the radar for a while and not participate, and I missed out. I missed out on some really great sort of conversations and interactions, and you're just as good as anyone out there, so have a go, as I said, be fearless. Another point on that is that there'll be, I can guarantee you, there'll be some time in your life where you will be given an opportunity that will absolutely scare the daylights out of you because you think you won't be able to do it. And I'm here to tell you, unless it involves something that you're absolutely not qualified for, like open heart surgery or something like that, don't do that. But if it's something that you think you could do, have a go. Have a go and work your butt off to learn how to actually do it. And that's how you grow and progress. Again, fearless, not reckless. So a little story on that. In my final year of university, in my first degree, I decided I wanted to work in television. And so it's not an easy field to get into. So I decided, look, I'll make a video CV. And this was the days we didn't have smartphones. We had a big camcorder, big VHS tapes, and I went around and I got little sort of video references, on-camera references. I even went to Melton Secondary College and I got one from Mr. Smithyman, the drama teacher. I don't know if you remember him, but he was really kind and did that for me. It was so bad that even editing that thing, I had to use 2 VCRs and do it. So it took a lot of work, but I thought it's not enough. I need to do something big to end it. So what I did is I stood on my head wearing a chicken suit and I said, I'll do anything to work at Recovery, which was the TV show I was sending it to. And so, I took a risk, I was a bit fearless, and I had a laugh at myself in the process, obviously. But you know what, from doing that, I actually landed a job at ABC Television just after I graduated, So have a go, what have you got to lose, really? Number 3, travel far and wide, and do it as soon as you can, if you can. So travelling opens your mind and it opens your heart as well. And you learn about the world firsthand, not from the media, not through other people's opinions. You get to see it with your own eyes. It deepens your understanding and your compassion of others, and it gives you a perspective and an appreciation of your own life. And number 4, this was a very hard lesson. Time moves at lightning speed. So I remember my final year 12 assembly in the rec centre. It was also the day I turned 18. And the next thing I knew, I was receiving an invitation to my 20th high school reunion. Bang, it went like that. So I'm here to say to you, right now it might seem like you have all the time in the world, but please believe me when I say that time is the most valuable currency that you have, so spend it wisely. Use it doing what you love, what you're passionate about, help other people whenever you can, and share it with people who actually really value you and care about you, and don't chase after people who don't, just let them go. And another thing about that is not wasting it on social media. Now look, that's all I teach, social media. It's not always wasting it, but remember to use technology as a tool, because you can get lost in social media now. So use it to find your dream job and then go and do it. Use it to find great places in the world and go and visit them yourself. Don't get lost in it, and don't use it to replace, what's going on in your offline world. And finally, number 5. It's probably the most important one, and that's to be proud of who you are, what you achieve, and where you come from. Because one day in the future, you will look back and see that your life right now has actually shaped you into the person you have become. And you will be grateful, because I know that I am. Thank you.